Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? And we also confirm the audio is good. I have one from, I see SS. All right. Good morning. Thank you very much. Okay. Good morning to you, sir. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. For now, DJ, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure it will be for now and the rest of the session. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us. All right. All right, thank you very much. I see Idris. Thank you for joining us, sir. You're welcome. All right, Dennis, thank you. You're welcome, sir. I see Felix too. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome, sir. Okay, so let's get right to it. Okay, great to know. Thank you. All right, so good morning once again. Good morning, everyone present on this forum. Um, thank you very much for joining. And if you're joining for the first time too, good morning to you and you're welcome. This is our morning market review, MMR, and it's great to have you join us today. I hope we're doing very well and also getting to spend some quality time with family and friends. And coincidentally, too, it's the last trading day of 2024. Really fantastic. All right. Um, for those of us that are just joining, this session holds every day Monday through to Friday from 8 a.m. So you get to meet with our top analysts on a daily basis so that you can see the thought process before trade entries. So we also get to look at what's going on in the markets as it concerns fundamentals and technicals. And like I said, this is also with the hope that we'll be able to pick entries and also have assets that we can add to our watch list for today and even for the rest of the week. All right. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Again, we're going to start with the majors and from there start examining other pairs. Um, let's see if we have anything on forexfactory.com that can impact prices. Just a second. Forexfactory.com. Got it. Okay. Mostly holidays for today. So not much in terms of fundamentals. So let's just get right to technical setups that we have. All right, bank holiday, Euro, bank holiday, JPY, NZD, AUD, mostly holidays. All right. Okay, so we're back to MT4 now. Um, and I would like to start from here. Oh, it's here. All right. I'm starting here because I remember uh the last time on this forum, that was last week Tuesday. That was 24th, I believe. Okay, 24th. Right. So I pointed out this structure here. We have this upper uh trend line, and then we have this other one here, and I showed us how price has been stuck within these two levels, and then here it started thinning out, and then eventually we got this breakout to the upside. We got this breakout to the upside, so it means that price is now out of this consolidation that we currently have here, out of this consolidation pattern here. So far, it's been trading from this resistance to support, this resistance back to support, and on like that until uh, yesterday, yes, but we got this break above the trend line resistance. All right. Now, because we now have this breakout, typically we expect that price will continue to push higher. Price will continue to push higher. That's now broken out of this consolidation. However, um, it still has this level to contend with, this resistance here, around price level 74.66, 74.66. So it has this level to contend with. So it closed above this resistance now. It closed above this resistance is what will now confirm to us that the bullish run would continue. Number one, it has broken out of this consolidation for uh, a long time. It traded between resistance and support, resistance back to support, resistance back to support, highlighted with these two trend lines. Now that we have a break out of that consolidation phase, that's now broken out above that consolidation phase. So currently, it has this level to contend with. So what we need is a break above this level to confirm that the bullish run would continue maybe towards the 77 level here. However, if we get a reversal pattern, we get some sort of reversal at this resistance, then we may expect price to push lower from that level. We expect price to push lower from that level. Maybe if we test the trend, this trend line resistance as support, and then we now get the bullish run from that level. So those are the two scenarios that I'll be looking out uh, for oil. Those are the two scenarios. Number one, a break above the resistance to confirm that the bullish run would continue. And we're going to see a follow through. So I need price to break above that resistance around 7466. Once we have that, uh, price above that resistance, What it means is that this resistance will now become support, and we can expect higher prices from that level. And then number two, if on the other hand, what we see is a reversal pattern, just like we got here, price came to, look at this candle here, this bullish green candle here. If you look at this candle, like I said, it came to that same resistance, 74.66. We got a reversal pattern, and then price fell from that level. Same thing happened back here. Came to that resistance, this long bearish engulfing candle, and then we got a fall from that level. Even back here, same thing happened. Bearish engulfing candle, and then price pushed back to the trend line support at that time. So currently, if we get a similar pattern here, then we can expect price to fall from that resistance. This is what it looks like on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, let's see what we have on 4 hours. Okay, and this is what it looks like on 1 hour. All right. So on 1 hour, we're beginning to see some sort of correction on this 1 hour time frame. I'm beginning to see a pullback from that level. All right. So until we get a break above the resistance, or price comes back to retest this trend line support, which will now give us opportunity to look for buy entries. Price comes back to that trend line resistance. All right. So I hope we got that for oil. I needed to quickly point that out because I mentioned it during the last session on this forum. At that time, it was still within the consolidation. It was that was 24th. Yeah, so price was here at that time. Price was here. This green candle here. All right. So that's it for oil. That's what I'll be looking for. All right, so back to the dollar index now. Can we confirm we got the explanation for oil so we can push forward? I want to get back to the USD index so that we can understand what's happening with the dollar index and then apply to other major pairs like we always do. Okay, sir. Thank you. It also means you're following. All right. So back to the dollar index now. Back to the dollar index. Since we got it started with the Federal Reserve cutting rate by was 0.25%. The last FOMC that was 18th December. 18th December. It was a Wednesday. So the Federal Reserve started to cut rates by 0.25%, and then from 4.75% fell to 4.5%. And then you look at the GDP data too that was released after, that increased to 3.1% from 2.8%. And then unemployment claims too, we also got that data. That too dropped from 242 to 220. All right, so of course, all of those data have been bullish for the dollar index, and it was should be this green candle, right? December 18, right? That was when we got FOMC report, and then of course it got bullish for the dollar, and then currently it's struggling around this 108 level. It's been struggling around this 108 level. For the bullish run to continue for the USD index, This is the daily time frame to understand the overall direction. And like I said, once we understand what's happening with the USD index, we can easily apply this to such pairs as Euro USD, Pound USD, USD CAD, NZD USD. The major pairs, basically, the pairs with USD as one of the currencies. So if you understand direction of USD and you are trading a pair like Euro USD, you could tell what direction it will go because already understand where USD is heading to. Same thing for pounds USD, USD CAD, NZD USD, USD JPY, and the rest of the major pairs, as well as gold, which is inversely proportional to dollar. All right, so for the bullish run to continue on USD index, we need to see a convincing break above this 108 level. We need to see a convincing break above 108. Right. We need to see a convincing break above 108 for the bullish run to continue. All right. And again, if you look at the trend line that I have here, let's see. Still the same trend line here. Okay, as far back as January 2023, say as far back as January 2023, that trend line has acted as resistance, you say, back here, right here, and then continue to move forward. You see, even around this area as well, price push lower from that level. And currently price came back to that same resistance, coincidentally also around the 108 level. All right, so two things again here. This bearish engulfing candle right here too is also an important one. It's also an important one because it could be the beginning of a reversal for the US dollar index. So like I said, for the bullish run to continue here, we need to see a close above this 108 level and especially above this trend line resistance that has been resisting price since January of 2023. That's how significant that trend line is. That's how significant it is. So we need that break above this level here. We need to see that. And if we get that, what it means is that pairs like Euro USD, Pound USD would continue to be bearish, would continue to be bearish. All right. So that's what I have for USD index. It closed above this area to confirm the bullish run would continue towards levels like 109 and maybe 110, depending on if we get a break above this resistance area, get a break above that resistance. It's one to watch. It's one to add to our watch list because it could help with understanding the direction of the major pairs. All right, so that's it for the US dollar index. So let's head over to Euro USD now to see what we got. All right, so for the USD index, I said it's going to take a break above this area for the bullish move to continue. So what that means for the euro dollar is, again, it's going to take a break below this level, 1.035, for the bearish move to continue. And then this is also highly dependent on the dollar index closing above that resistance that I highlighted, above 108, above 108. Of course, the Euro USD is inverse of the dollar index. So if USD index is bullish, pushing higher, would expect the euro dollar to be bearish. All right. And then you can see how okay. Right. You can see how euro dollar has been stuck inside of this range. So from this high here, which also gave us a double top, from that high, price started pushing lower, giving us series of lower highs and lower lows. And currently is now stuck between these two levels. Initially was here. Right. So initially we're looking at the levels between 1.0615 and 1.04575. So 18th December, when FOMC was out, we got it was a bullish candle, long bullish candle on the dollar index, and then on the euro dollar, we have this uh, long bearish candle. Okay, breaking below that support at 1.04575. So currently, price is now between resistance at 4575 and support at 035. Right, right. So if we get a higher USD index pushing higher, then it will mean that euro dollar would break the support and then continue to fall. Break the support and then continue to fall. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about more than 10 trading days now. It's been in between this resistance and support. So we need a break out of this consolidation for it to be more convincing and defined. We need to either see a break below the support here or a break above the resistance. And then the dollar index is also one to keep an eye on, because if it closes above this area that I highlighted, then what we will get be a close below support here for euro dollar. Don't forget I said it is inverse of USD index. All right, that's for euro dollar. That's for euro dollar. And if we look at pound USD too, we'll see it's quite similar to what we have for euro dollar. You see, this is between 1.26 and then 1.25 for pounds USD. Right, between these two levels, 1.26 and 1.25. And we can also see how this is also retesting this trend line. This trend line here, also quite significant for pounds USD. We can trace it back to, I think, 2023 as well. This one right here. Right, you see, it started from here. And if we check the date here, March 2023, March 8, sometime around that period, March of 2023, support here. And then let's continue to push forward, support there, even here as well. See it, another test. Continue to push forward, play it forward, and then a few pips before that trend line here as well. Continue to play forward. And then here recently, this was November. This was November. This level, you can see how it attracted buyers in November. And then currently we have price back at the same level. Okay, quite significant there. All right. So again, for pounds USD, it's going to come down to whether we see a close below this level. Close below this level. To a large extent, it's also dependent on whether we see a higher dollar as well. We need to see a close below this level for the bearish move to continue. The bearish move to continue. And then if you look at the selling pressure that we have, you look at the selling pressure that we have around this level. If you also combine that with the USD index rally that we just talked about, this is for me looking increasingly bearish. This is looking increasingly bearish. But of course, in order for this to play out, the USD index needs to climb above that 108 level. All right. So for the pound USD, we're looking at these two levels. If it comes back to this resistance here at 1.26, then that would likely be an opportunity to sell. However, if we get a close above 1.26, could also signal the beginning of more upward push for the pound USD. All right. That's for pound USD. Do we have any questions so far based on the assets we've been able to analyze? So I'm sure we're on the same page before I continue to push forward. I still have USD CAD to point out. I still have gold. I still have US 30 and 100 and USD CHF as well. So let me know if you have you need clarity on any of the pairs so far, so that we can quickly look at it before I push forward. Okay, you sent that yes earlier. That's Felix. Anyone on the pairs so far? USD index, Euro USD, pound USD. All right, thank you very much. I got responses already. Okay, so let's move on to USD CAD. Let's move on to USD CAD. USD CAD, because it has been playing out quite nicely. Been playing out quite nicely. It's clearer on the weekly time frame. Again, I'm sure I highlighted why the weekly time frame is too far out, and it's really not. It doesn't have much relevance to our as day traders. Doesn't really have much relevance to our trading. But of course, we can use it to get some clarity, get some perspective. Like I said, the consolidation is clearer on the weekly time frame. Could see how price has been stuck for more than 2 years between resistance here at 1.387 and 1.32. Right. From resistance to support and on and on and on like that until we got a break above the resistance at 1.387. All right, price closed above 1.387. I think it was in late October that we got that close above resistance here. And I pointed out that when we have a breakout of this magnitude that has lasted for, the consolidation lasted for more than 2 years. So the more an asset ranges like this, the more aggressive the resulting breakout is likely to be. And this has ranged for more than 2 years. Okay, and I also mentioned to us here on this call that once we get this breakout, we can expect a very explosive move higher. And so far, that has been playing out really nicely. That has been playing out really nicely. Since we got a break out of that consolidation to the upside, you could see how this has delivered fantastic move. Say it over 500 pips right there, over 500 pips right there after that breakout. All right, so the bullish move is still very much intact. Bullish move is still very much intact. However, this is the high here, most recent one. And then for a few days now, we've seen price consolidating between these two levels here. It's just highlighted between these two levels. All right. So from this support now, from this support level, if we get a confirmation from that support, yeah, from this support level here, because price has now returned to the support of that consolidation. So from this level now, we can expect price to push higher. That's for USD CAD, which of course will present a buying opportunity, except we see a close back below this support. This is when that's when this will turn bearish for me. If we get it close below that support. As it is right now, the bullish move is still very much constructive, and especially at this support level, the price is currently at support, and then we're seeing some bullish patterns right at that support. So because of that, for that reason, you can expect price to come back to the resistance of that consolidation. See, right. Right, from support to from resistance to support, back to resistance, back to support, back to resistance, and on like that. And currently, we're seeing price around support, and it's now beginning to push higher. Like I said, this of course will present buying opportunity for USD CAD. All right, moving on to that should be USD JPY. Moving on to USD JPY. Of course, also bullish, also bullish. And then one look here, and of course you can tell that it's bullish. Can tell that it's bullish, and then resistance at this level around 157. Yeah, resistance around this area. Could see back here resistance as well. Even here resistance as well. Okay. So currently, that level is also acting as resistance for price, and then we're beginning to see a pullback from that level. All right. So for USD JPY, it's going to come down to two things. Number one, price retraces back to uh, this support, back to this support level, which here, if you look back here, it was resistance. Right. So this push lower now, we're expecting it to come towards this level, and then around that level, we'll now be looking for opportunities to buy, to join this bullish move that we have on USD JPY. All right. It's currently retracing, currently retracing, and you do not want to be buying currently. You need to buy at support. And then the closest support that we have here is back at this level. Yeah, it's back here. All right. So when price retraces to this level, we need some more confirmation to go long at that level. some more confirmation to join the bullish move for USD JPY. All right, so that makes it two USD CAD plus USD JPY. And then let's add gold to that. No, before gold, let's add USD CHF. Let's add USD CHF. Okay. All right. So for USD CHF, we already have that close above this resistance, this trend line resistance. Right. So we've seen a break above that resistance. If you check where it started, April, yeah, from sometime in April, right here, resistance, resistance as well, a few pips to that level here, and then here too was resistance, and finally got a break above trend line. We even got a retest, right? We tested the trend line as support. Fantastic entry opportunity right there after the retest, and now we're seeing a follow through. We're seeing a follow through. Also above this resistance here at 0.9. Right. You see why 0.9 is also very significant. Here was resistance. This area was support, and on like that. See why it's significant. Okay. So currently price is above that level. Price is above that level. All right. So one, we get a retest of this 0.9 level as support, and then at that level we look for opportunities to buy. At that level, we look for opportunities to buy. That's USD CHF. Again, this is also tied to the dollar index closing above that 108 level that I highlighted during the analysis. All right. So far we've added three more pairs: USD CAD, USD JPY, and then USD CHF. We started with dollar index, moved on to euro dollar, moved on to pound USD, and then now we've been able to add three more. All right. And then with that, we can now check what's happening with gold. We can now check what's happening with gold. We can now check what's happening with gold. Not much movement since the last time. It was here. Price was around this level the last time, December 24th, around this level. And you could see still very much at that level, still very much at that level. So for gold now, it's going to take, and then with this double top pattern that we have here, which signaled the bearish move, Before that time, it has been aggressively bullish towards the 2800 level. And then at that level, it gave us a bearish engulfing candle. And then we saw a follow through. Price pushed lower from that level. And then from after this retracement here, it also pushed higher. Now this retracement here has broken below this previous higher low. You could see this higher high. We got higher low, and then price pushed higher, giving us a new high. And from that level, because price has now closed below this previous higher low, below that previous higher low, which of course is a change of structure. For a bullish move, we continue to see higher lows and higher highs because that has now been violated. We have now seen a break below the previous higher low. This may be the beginning of a reversal, the beginning of a bearish move, but we still need more confirmation. So this created a high, the most recent higher high, and then we got this low. This here, of course, currently is a lower high, but we do not have a lower low yet to confirm that the bearish move would now start. To confirm that the bearish move will now start. We do not have a lower low yet. We've seen high, we've seen low, we have lower high, which also gave us a double bottom pattern. So for gold now, it's going to come down to number one. Right, it's going to come down to number one. We see a break above this resistance here. See a break above this resistance, and then you can expect higher prices if price breaks above this resistance. However, if on the other hand, what we see is a close below support, then we can expect lower prices as well for gold. So it's going to come down to price breaking out of this consolidation, whether to the upside or the downside for clarity. Let's see what it looks like on 4 hours, even on 1 hour. Okay, so on 1 hour, our price is pushing towards the 50 period moving average. It's currently below it, pushing towards it. So it may come to this 50 period moving average as resistance, and then we now get a bearish move from that level, which is very much possible considering this bearish move on the 1 hour time frame. Started from this high, pushed lower, give us a lower high, give us a lower low. Okay, from here, give us a lower low, give us a lower high, a lower low again, and then this could be the lower high or a new lower low for gold. So I'll be looking out for that to play out. Number one, a push to the 50 period moving average. I see some reversal pattern there, and then to be an opportunity to short gold. Here, price came back to the 50 period moving average, gave us a bearish engulfing candle, and then it pushed lower from that level. Again, we tested it here, pushed lower. So it's possible we get a similar pattern here. Once price uh, gets to the 50 period moving average, right? We need some reversal around that area, and then it will be an opportunity to short. All right. Again, I ask any questions so far. Anyone you need clarity on? So far, we've looked at the US dollar index, euro dollar, pounds, USD, also added USD CAD, we added USD JPY, we added USD CHF, and we just finished looking at gold. And then we're going to check one or two indices before we call it a day. Okay, US 100. Yeah, so we're moving on to indices now. Okay, I started from oil actually. I started from oil. Yeah, I started from oil. So we have quite a number of assets that we can add to our watch list. Okay, so let's add US 30 and then US 100 before we call it a day. All right, so let's start from here. Let's start from US 100. Uh, um, Idris request, Euro card. Okay, hopefully we get there. All right, so let's start from here. US 100. Yeah, no doubt. One look at this, and it's been in a long-term bullish trend, and that bullish trend also give we also have, as a result of that bullish trend, it formed this ascending channel. Formed this ascending channel. I remember pointing it out from the last time. Right. So it formed this ascending channel from support to resistance, back to support, back to resistance, back to support, back to resistance. We see how this has been very consistent. All right. Um, let's see 24. Okay. So at that time, it was just bouncing off this support level. This lower trend line here was just bouncing off that level. And so far, that's pushed back to uh, close to resistance here at 22,200, at 22,200. And uh, from that level now, we got this bearish Arami pattern, and then price started pushing lower from that point. And currently, it is now below the trend line support. It is now below the trend line support, below the trend line support. Okay. And then we have the 50 period moving average here. We have support here as well. Right. So we have resistance here at 22,200. We have support here at 21,000. Support at 222. No, sorry, resistance at 222 and support at 21 right here. All right. So it came to resistance and then started pushing lower from that resistance. It has currently now broken below the trend line support, which is bearish. So let's head over to a lower time frame, H4, for example, and maybe H1. Right. You see the bearish move started creating lower highs and lows, came back to lower high, tested that trend line, it used to be support, now turned to resistance, you see. So as it is now, we're expecting a lower low, expecting a lower low. So how do we join this bearish trend that we're currently seeing? That's the next question. Okay. Number one, price returns to this trend line. Used to be support, has now turned to resistance. So there's a possibility that price returns to that trend line resistance now, and then which will now be an opportunity to sell from that level. Should now be an opportunity to sell from that level to join the bullish trend. That's one. Or number two, this is on 1 hour now. Or number two, we see a break below that trend line support on 1 hour, and then that would also be an opportunity to sell. would also be an opportunity to sell, to take advantage of this bearish trend that we currently have. Why is that? Number one, it's been in a long-term bullish trend, and currently we have now seen a close below the trend line support, which signifies weakness. Okay, so looking at it on the 1 hour time frame, this is the same trend line support that we saw on daily. Price is now below it, and then it retested it as new resistance, and then we're seeing a follow through right there. So number one, it's going to take a close below this trend line support on 1 hour time frame for the bearish move to continue towards the 21 support level. Or from the current level, we see a push higher back to that same trend line resistance now that we saw on daily. Back to this trend line resistance now, and then we wait for some bearish confirmation at that level, and then it will be an opportunity to sell. Those are the two things I'll be looking out for US 100 or US 100. If you check US 30, quite similar. Again here, we have this ascending channel, from support to resistance, from support to resistance. And then again here, that's now broken below the trend line support, well below it, gave us this lower high, and then prices beginning to push lower from that level as well. Okay, so again, to join the bearish trend is what we'll also be looking out for on US 30 as well. US 30. Right. So that could be immediately we see a close below the support on the 1 hour time frame. Immediately we get a close below that support level on the 1 hour time frame. All right, so we've also added US 30 and US 100 to our watch list. Also added this. Okay. All right, so lastly, we look at Eurocard. Adewale's request, Eurocard. Okay, so it started pushing higher from this support level. We've seen series of higher lows and higher highs, and currently is now in between this resistance and support. Right. So from resistance back to support, back to resistance, back to support, and then from this support now, we're seeing a push that would likely head back to that resistance. That would likely head back to the resistance here. And then if we can get a break above that resistance, we can expect more push to the upside towards the 51,800 level. Right, which is back here at that resistance. But it's going to take a close above the resistance here to confirm a push towards 51,800 level. Right, that's for Eurocard. If, on the other hand, we get a close back below that support, get a close below the support, that we can expect a push towards the next support level for Eurocard. So currently, quite an easy one. We have a consolidation here. Currently have a consolidation in the midst of a bullish trend, right? higher highs and higher lows. And currently, we have this consolidation. All right. So the more likely scenario that we get a break to the upside because of this underlying trend, which is bullish. Right. So currently from support, we're beginning to see some bullish pattern. And then once it's confirmed, it will be an opportunity to buy. Be an opportunity to buy. Okay. So that's it for Euro card. And I hope you got that. Okay. This would be a good place to leave it for today. So far, we have about 6 or 7 pairs that we've been able to analyze so far, including the US indices, US 30 and US 100. We added gold to it as well. Added gold to it as well. We have USD card, we have pound USD, we have Euro USD, we have USD CHF that we have talked about so far. All right. All of these we can add to our watch list for them to play out as expected and present a fantastic trading opportunity. All right. So this is where we draw the curtain for today. I'm also using this opportunity to wish us happy holidays and happy New Year in advance as well. It's a few hours to the New Year. Thank you very much for joining us again today. See you next year.